Morning, morning, morning. What's up, everybody? Good morning, everybody that already said good morning to me. That's a lot of names. JB, Brady, Chuck, Wall Street, King Carnage. Good morning to my YouTube members, all your sexy green names. Money Lisa says first. If you type first, were you really first? Good morning, good morning. As you guys can see, I've already taken the liberty of adding the previous day high, previous day open, previous day close, and the previous day low. This gives us a good combination here between a bigger time frame level and the previous day high for a possible break above, the combination of a bigger time frame level and the previous day low for a possible break below. And we have kind of a common ground here between the previous day open and the previous day close. So there could definitely be really good bounces from 399.50. We could reject from here, push through all of these, reject from 398.58, then push down lower. You know, so this could be some common ground that gets traded around a lot this morning. We do have some farther out levels. We have 403.50 to the upside and 394 to the downside once we do break this range. I think I have to redo my list. Yeah. Above, which this doesn't even really change. 401, 25 towards 403.50 slash 404 slash 405 below 397s towards 396.40. That's not 40. There we go. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's adding those hearts. How are y'all clicking that, by the way? Is there just a button down there? I don't get that add reaction button. Oh, wait. No, yeah, I don't have that. And then, of course, the hearts start pouring in. Let me get back to this. 396.40, 394. I'm going to say 395, 394. And then on the bigger time frame, my favorite part, if you got to the bigger time frame, you could see the sellers really did bring us down pretty hard after that kicker. Brought us all the way down to almost 396.30s. It looks like we defended it just for now. Pretty good amount of volume too. That's a very good amount of volume for a small candle like that. So whatever is going to happen, it's going to most likely need to move a pretty good amount. So we could be seeing a break of 400s, which we're already technically starting over. So the fact that we're starting about right here is a very good sign for bulls as long as they defend 400 right at the open. If they can just hold that, you could easily see 404, 405 hit today from that higher open. This is a very good start for bulls. This most likely is a bearish retest still because we don't have confirmation that bulls have any control still. And now that they've broken the 90, they built up a lot of consolidation, broke the 90 MA, broke a bunch of really good supports. As you can see, we broke that 405 support. So if anything, this would be a bullish relief, bearish retest up to 404, 405, possibly even 406s. So be very careful today, as this is most likely where our high of day is going to be if we do get a breakout between about 404 to 407-ish area. If we run a little bit past that, be very careful. But that's most likely where we're headed. This is most likely from the Nvidia earnings moving so much. I mean, they mooned. And then the data coming out today not really affecting too much. I would say today's data was kind of neutral. It really wasn't amazingly bullish. It really wasn't amazingly bearish. It was just kind of in between. So the Nvidia earnings is going to hold us up a little bit more. But we're most likely headed to 404, 407 area. If this higher open does hold, if we end up pulling back instantly, or it takes a little bit of time, we pull back, what you need to watch is to see is, does 400 hold? If not, then we're most likely pulling back all the way to at least yesterday's lows, maybe even 396.30s. And if that breaks, all hell will possibly break loose, and you might see us down at the 390s going into tomorrow, maybe even next week. So be very careful on all this, but give me a thumbs up in the stream if all of that made sense. You understand the plan moving forward on bigger and smaller time frame. Just give me a thumbs up or a yeah or whatever you want to type to show me that you do understand. Thumbs uppers. Thumbers, uppers. You guys are nerds. The good kind, though. Real quick, I have to type something. And who is all ready for the full market day stream tomorrow and on Tuesday? Again, we have a full stream on the market tomorrow and Tuesday of next week. All right, I'm going to move forward. Looks like a majority of you understand. If you need to go back in the stream, it's really easy. Just scroll back on your screen. You can go back and you can listen to everything I just said. Apple looks pretty easy right off the rip. Pretty much a combination of 150 to 150.15 could be used as a break above. So it might break it too early, but if we see it hold on top, it's a really good bullish retest. We got yesterday's open, which I'm not the right tool. Yesterday's open, which also lines up with the close. That's perfect. So this is a really good break below. Which we could set a passive target at 148.20. 147.70, and then of course 170.15. So that one's not bad. I like Apple. Amazon, look, and most of these are going to most likely be in the same seat, of course, besides maybe some of the semiconductors. But here's our previous day high. Pre-market high is right here, so we could honestly just wait for 97. And then where's our previous day open? Oh, that's right, they had that really bullish morning. 95.10. Their previous day closes at 95.80, so that's going to be our break below. Already got the break above. Zoom in on Tesla. Tesla is 205 pretty much. We'll be looking above 205 or below. Their previous day open is right here. Previous day close is right here. So we'll most likely be looking above 205 or under 200.80s. Meta. They seem to have pushed their previous day highs pretty well. 172.70, so if that's lost, that's not going to be good for them. So look for them to possibly break previous day highs for downside or above their 173.60s area right there. Meta, I like all these ranges. Previous day high. Yeah, look at Microsoft taking off. So we'll see if they make it to 256. We'll come back to that one. Google also taking off. See if they get past the 92.60s. AMD, of course, thanks to Nvidia's earnings. Nvidia's earnings, as you can see. And damn, they went more. Yeah, because they only went up to like the mid 220s, and now they're in the 230s. If you go to their daily time frame chart, you won't see that right now, but let's see where... I'm just going to go to this chart. Let's see where that puts them. So they'll be at 233. That puts them above this range here. That's wild. Okay, yeah, so I need to do more charting on the bigger time frames for Nvidia, but it's a very good sign for Nvidia. I wouldn't say they could go more just because they've already ripped this much. I wouldn't say they're going to come down either just because they ripped this much. I really would be looking to just see this try to range trade. You might see them pull back to maybe here, you know, 223, so maybe a $10 pullback, but if they hold that range, it's a very good start for Nvidia going forward. And then Netflix. Previous day high is way up here. Previous day close. Previous day open. So it looks like we can look past 337.50 for a quick move up to 341.50, which is kind of where they stopped out yesterday. All right, so we'll go back. Alright, so we got Apple. We'll probably add Amazon above 97 or below 95.82. I think it's 98 is the one I should, yeah, 98. 98. I'll just say every dollar up to 100. Apple and Amazon, that's actually a pretty healthy strat to use on both of those. And then below 95.80s towards 95/94.30s. Tesla. This kind of sucks, but 205 is what bulls need to break and hold to reach. I think it's like 207, not 209, but I'm probably going to add a level in between about 207. 207, 209, 210. Below. Previous day closes there, so we'll probably say 285, 285 for scalps towards 199, 198, below 198 towards 195.25/193.30s. Meta, that one was pushing a little early, but it looks like they're having some common ground here between pre-market high at 173.76, 173.60. So we'll see if they want to break that, or if they're going to stop there. And they got a pretty aggressive level here from the previous day high, so they have a pretty tight range. It's just up, you know, it's just a little bit up, but it's still very tight. So we can type the Meta range. $173.60 and 172.70s. And then I didn't really like the rest of these. Microsoft already pushed. Google is pushing again, the level right above. AMD, Nvidia, of course, had earnings, so probably chill on those. Netflix, a little bit wild to me. Baba did really good from the earnings. Good job. Sand Dollar, even with their earnings, it looks like you might be okay. I could probably do Coin. I got a pretty clean level here at 63.50 that needs to be broken. Previous day close. Oh yeah, we're doing Coin. Above 63.50 towards. And good morning everybody who's in here. Glad to have you all. Feel free to drop a like on the stream. I definitely appreciate it. 65.80/67.15. Below 61.15 towards. We'll just say 60 and then 58.90. 57.50. That covers everything. There, now you can see the whole list. All right, now real quick, let me post this so everybody has it. All right, cool, cool, cool. It sent it out. Everybody should have it now. If you guys are in chat, the BB bot posted a list and a good update on SPY futures. And then if you go to my channel, there should be a list. And of course, the link to the stream, which you guys should already be here if you're hearing me. It looks like SPY is pushing to the upside ever so slightly right before open. How did I get my drawing tools on top? You click setting, hit that chart setting cogwheel right there. Go to my tools, click on each chart, click apply, then click OK. This cogwheel will pop up. You got to like hover your mouse over this part right here so it pulls down. And then click that, and then you can adjust anything you want. You can add studies, you can add drawings, you can add strategies, you can add indicators, whatever you want. Yeah, they definitely did. Sand Dollar. Discretionary were pretty much the strongest sector yesterday between Amazon and Tesla, and really Amazon was kind of the powerhouse yesterday, especially early on. They really held their ground. Yeah, once this holds 401s, there's definitely a possibility of us going all the way to 403.50s, maybe even see 404, 405, 406, 407. There's a lot working out there. Let's see what Isaiah just said. He said, XOM bearish kicker worked out. Didn't take the trade. You were right, Bueller. Went right around that control point before pushing lower. Let me go see what you mean. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. So we got the bearish kicker right here. You have one here as well. They hit their all-time high. Then they kind of gapped down. Just made an indecisive candle. Nothing crazy. Bearish kicker, right? If you go from that high, or no. Yeah. If you go from that high to the low of that candle, all they were rejecting was the halfway point. And let's see what they did again. Kind of another little flag here. Let's go from the top of that to the low of that move. They were rejecting the control point again. And then a bearish kicker came through again. And then look what they popped up with. Another halfway point retest after a bearish kicker. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Seeing that back to back to back with 2 bearish kickers involved. Good eye, Isaiah. But yeah, pretty clean pullback again. Pretty normal reaction. There's only a few scenarios that happens when you break all-time high. You either hit that all-time high and you see a lot of consolidation sit there because no one wants to be first to make it go higher. No one wants to be first to make it go lower. And then you have a variation like this. Of course, you have the variations where they break an all-time high and they just keep going for a while and it's parabolic to whatever psychological level. In this case, it was 120. Or you have this variation where they hit it, have an indecisive pullback, have a very aggressive candle that pulls it back but doesn't really break anything significant, and then it starts to give you those retests. And those retests are so hard to find for most people. That's why you see that variation a lot of the time after hitting all-time high, because it's a really good way of shielding the pullback before getting it. So therefore, you don't have too many people jumping into the same trade, if you know what I mean. Gecko, thanks, man. Appreciate the $2 donation. He just said cool. Gecko T Gaming, glad to have you, man. SF, what do you mean how to subscribe to your service? On the YouTube channel, you just click subscribe. If you want to click join for the $5 a month thing, there's a couple videos every week. I also do updates just so people see what's going on during the week. Good morning, Boo Boo. Glad to have you, man. Nice eyeballs. I'm not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. Walt. What's up, Satch? Satch is in a good mood today. Type GM with a ton of M's. Morning, Charlie. Ow. For you swing traders, while we're trying to kill some time, the trade that we took the other day and already got out of was Twilio. They had made this candle after pushing that high. They had pretty much made a single crow, which if you guys know what a white soldier is, you know what a crow is. Started in between the candle, made a new low, and then we got in that day. Over the weekend, it opened lower, which gave us good time to get out, and then it pushed down towards not the gap fill, but also hitting that main resistance before the gap fill. So yes, the gap did fill that day and the next day, but this was our main target for getting out. Whoa, Gecko, another $2 donation, dude. Thank you. This time he said cool again, but with an emoji. Appreciate you, Gecko. Yeah, we should have a nice day ahead of us, though, especially with SPY starting out above a good resistance. Definitely seeing a big possibility of seeing these higher levels like I talked about on the bigger time frame. The bigger time frame just makes it so much easier to see. And then when you finally get that move, it gives you that confidence of like, all right, I know that these levels are possible. So make sure you guys do go through the information when I cover the bigger time frames. For my swing trading, you have to be a lifetime member in the Discord. I'm doing a challenge account in there right now. I will be doing a challenge account on the YouTube premium section, but it'll be a little bit because I'm still working on the one I'm doing now. So if you'd like to follow my journey, you have to be a lifetime member in the Discord. That's just where I'm doing it now. I did one on a side server, and I'm doing one for lifetime. I was going to do it for either YouTube premium or premium in my Discord next. So I'm probably just going to do that next, but that'll be in a little bit. Where's 397.30 coming from on SPY? It's way down here. It's a bigger time frame level. It's either an emerging candle or a halfway point. But I also have the 397 flat from the previous day low. So that's just a combination of those two areas. Good luck today, fam. Stay disciplined. Gotta head to work. See you later, Isaiah. Thank you for tuning in, man. And good review on XOM. I got you, Jazz. I just said it's in the Discord. Oh, minus 397.57, so change it. It's too wide. Thanks. Here, I can go see exactly what it is. I mean, my level might be off by hair. I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. Nope, that's a pretty set level. It's an emerging candle. So yeah, 397.26. That's a set level. Let me change it back to white. And we'll go back to that time frame. Whoa, Gecko, Gecko, Gecko. I said it 3 times because you said money 3 times. Another $2 donation. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Gecko. Whoever you are. I'm not even really sure who Gecko Gaming is. But I appreciate him. Yeah, he is literally making it rain. Chill, I gotta get my umbrella. Good morning, Ace. Good morning, Oaktown Poppy. Money Lisa saying thanks, because it all secretly goes to her. I keep saying her because your name. I know you're a guy. Or do I? I swear. Good morning, Sylvia. Always happy to see your name pop up. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, everybody. It's free to drop a thumbs up on the stream. I appreciate it very much. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some of the levels, some of the content. Tomorrow we have the full day stream, so I can't wait to have that. By full day, I do not mean 24 hours. I mean from open of the stock market to the close of the stock market. It'll be me and Devin as usual, but I also have many other speakers who will possibly be dipping in and out of the stream tomorrow, so I can't wait to show them off. We'll be going over a couple topics after the main trading session in the morning. I'll go through some TA routine. We'll cover some swing trading, some day trading, and then we'll just kind of vibe, see what the market gives us, see what it doesn't give us, just kind of call out updates like we normally do. I'll be traveling tomorrow. I won't be able to listen in, but I can't wait to listen to the recording. It's okay, Friday. Hopefully your trip isn't too long because we have another full day stream on Tuesday of next week. I'm not really sure what they do in Twitter Spaces, Boo Boo, but my guys are grown up. They're mature, so I'm not going to have that problem. You see how me and Devin do it. We sometimes accidentally talk over each other just because we're trying to talk at the same time on an update. And we'll just apologize and move on. We don't sit there and we just muster in it. There is no arguing in my in my group. I don't take that shit. So I'm sure we'll be fine, honestly. Just because the maturity of my guys is through the roof. I don't have to worry about all that. No problem, Julio. Glad to have you in here, man. I'm excited too, Sonia. Oh, okay, good Friday. I'm glad to hear you're there for that one. Trip isn't super long. Be safe on your trip too, Friday. Everybody wish Friday a safe trip. Good morrow, Jacko. Bing bong sinful. Good morning, Bueller. If Goot can hold 92.50, we can see a possibility of an upside move on the 5 minutes, looking like it wants to retest 91. Thanks for the feedback. Like always, much love. I already went through Google, but I'd be happy to look at it again. You said 92.50. I have about 92.80s, but we're looking in the same area, man. You're looking good. Or, I'm sorry, not man. Your name's Alexis. Once you retest 191. 91 is a big retest level. I have about the same area, too. So, good eye. Pablo back. Let's get it. What's up, Pablo? I appreciate that Bueller came from spaces and it was a disaster sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know whose spaces y'all are talking about, to be honest. If y'all mean Keanu's, I haven't been in one, and if y'all mean other ones, then I really have no idea. No, I did not cover the data. I mean, I did say like a few seconds of something, Satch. I just said the data wasn't super bullish or bearish. It was just kind of neutral. And with the already neutral data we got from minutes yesterday, we're most likely going to be seeing any kind of move today. You could be seeing a nice pullback. You could see a breakout. The data's not really holding anything down today. We do have another one coming out tomorrow, though. If I remember correctly, it's... Hold on, let me not even speak ahead. Let me just go click again before my brain farts. We have, that's right, consumer sentiment tomorrow. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to lie to y'all. But consumer sentiment, which isn't as important as a lot of the reports we've already gotten this week, but it is still something to take notice of. And then, of course, PCE. Good job, David. You're ahead of it. Which most websites actually don't even show we have PCE tomorrow, so that's kind of depressing. Would you rather step in the cage with Prime Mike Tyson or go toe-to-toe with Nate Diaz? Is there a third option? Toe-to-toe with Nate, higher chances of survival. Yeah, if you would have said, like, not Prime Mike Tyson, I maybe would have said him. But still, I still don't even know if I'd say it then. How do you get that list of stocks in the top with the sector name? Well, one, you have to add the plus sign down here, the widget. There's a plus sign down. I know you can't see it, but at the bottom left of my screen. Oh, no, you can't see it. You add widget and then click watch list, and you can add whatever stocks you want. And then you can actually click on this cogwheel right here, customize, and you can add whatever you want. I added sector at the end of it. And you can click save, and then it should save it like this. And you need to pull it out a little bit so you can actually read the name. Yeah, Google's falling off a cliff right now. All right, let me get Devin in here. I didn't realize the market was about to open. I was in here just reading y'all's messages. I get so caught up in what y'all are saying. Okay, at first it wasn't playing audio, but then it was. Morning.
Yo, good morning, everybody.
In the ring with Devin or Nate Diaz? I don't know, man. Devin could literally send you to the grave. It's not a much better option than Nate Diaz.
Spot getting excited right before open. So kind of action we're going to get today. Got some stuff selling off the Google, Meta, Amazon.
God. Oh, yeah, Amazon did have a pullback. Testing the BB Weekly emerging candles, appreciate it. Awesome, Alexis. That's actually a really good thing to practice because you'll get less levels, but you'll end up saying like, wow, these are really strong. And you'll really appreciate them. It's nice to have less, but still super strong levels. The weekly, the monthly, it's really good to use. And that confuses some people, so I try not to go over it too much because people get confused of like, oh, but what if the levels are off just a hair? It doesn't matter. The levels are going to be off a little bit. You're grabbing from different time frames. That's the point. But I love using those bigger time frame levels to look at the daily time frame. It really does feel like it increases the probability of movements on my on my daily time frame chart for swings. Morning, Miggy. Always glad to see your name pop up. Good morning, Mel.
So far, Google's selling off quite a bit.
Yeah, they're red. That's nuts.
So it's Netflix.
Amazon's the next weakest. Nvidia up over 12% at open. Nice.
Yeah, and the video is that textbook scenario of doing just good enough where everything else set the bar low.
They had amazing numbers. They killed it. And to answer whoever said PCE earlier, yes, PCE is tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Which is an hour before open. And then you have 5 different Fed speakers speaking tomorrow. None of which are Powell, but you do have Bullard speaking, and lately he's been bringing the market down when he speaks. Where do you go to add EMAs and such on TOS? Go up to here to this little graduated cylinder looking thing. Walter White uses this for drugs. Click that. Then you can click studies and you can type whatever you want. Exponential is what you want to type if you want an EMA. Simple, type simple. Moving average if you want the SMA.
So I retested that yesterday high. Now it's coming back up to test previous intraday high. See if we're going to pop that. Microsoft coming up to pre-market high. Tesla as well. Meta's testing yesterday high. But Google's really down in the dirt. Same with Netflix. Apple's battling around yesterday high. Amazon wicked off pre-market low, trying to come back up above yesterday close.
Yep, they work Fridays too. They did a preliminary PCE. Okay. Which, if anybody doesn't know, PCE is what the Fed likes to use more to gauge inflation, more than any other index. PCE is their more preferred gauge to watch. Which that's a whole nother topic. We'll talk about that in a different video. Yep, Bostic does speak today. He actually speaks tomorrow again, too, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, he doesn't. Never mind. It's Waller, Collins, Bullard, Loretta Mester, and Philip Jefferson. Noxta, I just saw what you said. So far, we have a little bit of a red open. Of course, some people probably taking profits. A little bit of a weak move. Haven't really broken anything significant, but we are still holding over 401, so there's still a big possibility buyers can take this back up on SPY. We'll see if they want to keep pulling back down or if they're going to end up holding this 401 area and get a good pop to the upside here in the next few minutes.
Microsoft rejecting pre-market high, coming down, see if that holds yesterday high. Apple coming down a little bit. Netflix still coming down with Google.
Over 200 people in here. Be sure to drop a thumbs up on the stream if you guys are in here. I definitely appreciate it. If you'd like to go back to the beginning of the stream, we always cover SPY on the bigger and smaller time frame very first thing every morning. We start the stream 30 minutes before open. Good call out, Boo Boo. Mel, I see you with SPX. Mel's been abusing SPX lately. In a good way, of course, Mel. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, there's a good way to abuse? Oh, 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 oh. SPY pulling back under the 401.15 area.
Microsoft flirting with that yesterday high. Apple's came down some more. Google making a new intraday low. Same with Netflix.
Amazon's fighting above the previous day close right now. Bing bong, take your like. The Elon laughing emoji will always get me.
Nvidia's holding up pretty well overall. Not too much move to the downside yet on that.
Yeah, comms are the only red sector. You do have discretionary kind of tangling red to green, green to red. There's slight green right now. Nothing too crazy, though. Comms mainly down thanks to Netflix dropping and, of course, Google. Looks like Meta's holding up decent. I've had a few people ask me what is the best way to memorize the sectors or what stocks are in them. A big thing I like to do personally is write down each sector, and I like to type out or write down the top 2 to 3, maybe even the top 4 to 5 weights, and then I try to remember those weights and what sector they belong to. So over time, as I start to call them out to myself more or look at them more, I start to memorize. Oh, this is comms, or oh, this is tech, this is discretionary, this is healthcare, blah blah blah, so on and so on. But that's the best way. Type out some of the top weights of each sector, the ones that are definitely going to be moving it. It's a time thing. I mean, everything is really a time thing. You're never just going to look at it once and go, oh, I get it. It's going to take a little bit of time.
So far, Netflix selling off the most. Apple coming down towards pre-market low.
Sheesh, yeah, Netflix had a nasty fall. Google as well.
Nvidia defended 230 so far, coming back up to retest towards opening price, pre-market high. See if that starts forming a nice range between 230 and 235.
Watch for Amazon to break 95.80s if you do get more selling happening. Yeah, a lot of stocks just fell right back into their range, except Microsoft. Microsoft's still defending above previous day high.
With that 10-minute candle try to come back above yesterday high.
Somebody said, what happened to Netflix? Reality.
Yeah, something.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you, Noxta, because I have 0 frame droppage, and I actually haven't had any error messages on YouTube side either. So, for once, YouTube actually seems to be cooperating. So I don't know, maybe leave and rejoin. But on my side, everything seems to be clear. Normally, we've dropped a few thousand frames by now. I've literally dropped 0 frames. So today's stream's actually been pretty smooth so far. Crossing my fingers, knocking on wood. Morning, Dingo. Always happy to see your name pop up. "30 countries. That's a pretty big number, Master the Dream." He said Netflix cut their subscription price in 30 countries. Yeah, that would definitely bring them down a little bit, as that makes investors think, oh, their revenue is going to be down. Morning, Bueller. Been missing the team. Yeah, we've been missing you, Kaizen. Just hasn't been the same without you, man. Jacko, I don't know if that's it, just because that hasn't really happened everywhere yet. I've really only seen that taken into effect in some countries, like Canada. Well, I bet that could be it. Not sure.
Google retested pre-market lows, coming down to see if it's going to make a new intraday low. While Meta's rejected off yesterday high. Com's still pretty weak. Amazon came up, retested, rejected, still above pre-market low.
Amazon's breaking previous day close. That's the level I was showing y'all earlier. While SPY is losing the pre-market high and the 401s. We'll see if they maintain this. We have had lowering volume from the open. All the way up to this point, we have a very indecisive candle. We just have slight bearish control from open. I would not say it's anything super significant yet, though.
Microsoft still has a pretty tight range between yesterday high and pre-market high.
Amazon defending that previous day close now. No close under. It's like we just had a slight profit taking open so far. Nothing crazy. See if we get a pop. I would definitely mark your high of day and your open now that they have been made. Your 401.70 and your today's open. Because now you need to get over these levels for buyers to step in.
Coming back up to that pre-market high on SPY. Microsoft as well. Meta trying to get over yesterday high. Apple starting to come up a little bit. XOM coming up a little bit. Nvidia coming back up to its pre-market high. See if it gets over that. ER play on that one. SPY getting pre-market high here.
I was just about to say, SPY's poking their head above the area we just highlighted. Possible buyer move holding.
Nvidia getting over its pre-market high. Quick wick down here on SPY.
Comms actually pulled back. They're flat now. After being down almost a 0.5%. Like I said, we need to see the 401s hold. They seem to have held them pretty decently. Now they're already up to 402. Need to move my chart now. Not a bad move so far. Like I said, lowering volume from open all the way to that dip, that definitely didn't take the buyers out of the fight just yet. You can see they're now launching from those 401s, hit 402.15. Now what we need to see is can they hold over the 401.70s. If they can hold over that and the 401.50s, there's a very good chance we see buyers continue higher from here. Dude, look at Amazon's 5-minute.
Helping out Apple get over yesterday high.
See Amazon 5-minute?
Yeah, it's a pretty nice candle. XOM's got a really nice chart too, coming up to pre-market high.
After their pullback on the bigger time frames, I wouldn't be surprised to see them get a pop day.
Nvidia trying to hold pre-market high.
Rising volume on this candle now from 5-minute candle to 5-minute candle. Rising volume. Very good show of strength by the buyers here. Can they close over though? Jack, you in this PFE. It is nice to see you following one stock because that's one of the greatest ways of learning price action is trying to have like a small list of tickers and just continuously following their story day after day. It helps out the most. You see me do it every week. I go through the same list of tickers every week. One day I'll know what it's going to do the second I open the chart. Possibly. You'll have better intuition on that chart. Better feel for it. More connected. Amazon back to trying to hold previous day close at 95.82. SPY just getting an indecisive candle so far above the breakout level. From open, bulls have control now.
Microsoft retesting under pre-market high, but still not selling off too much. Tesla slowing down, never broke over pre-market high. Meta trying to hold yesterday high. Nvidia still trying to hold pre-market high. Little nice push here on SPY, but nothing crazy.
Yep, 100% Noxa. So far, that is exactly what it is. Pretty much as long as they hold it, they should continue higher. Welcome, Kaizen. Welcome to the Loyal Supporter Gang. Glad to have you on board, man. Be sure to check out the members only section. Let me show you real quick, just so you see it, because it is a little confusing at first. If you go to the channel, you'll see a channel named Membership. Click that, and you can go through any of the breakdowns, the videos that I've been posting for everybody. There's tons of content in there now. Make sure you check that out, though. Glad to have you on board, Kaizen. Thank you, man. I salute. Join today, dude. Thanks for what you do. Hey, welcome then, Jack. I didn't get to see it then because it might have been before the stream, but glad to have you, Jack. Thank you for tuning in. Same goes for you, as I said to Kaizen. Be sure to check out that members only section. Glad to have you both on board, though. Thank you guys for supporting the gang. There's over 50 of you now, so that's awesome.
Nvidia's still holding that pre-market high. Tesla's testing yesterday high to the downside. Google's trying to get back above pre-market low. Meta's still holding above yesterday high under pre-market low. Microsoft's trying to get back over pre-market high.
I really like Amazon calls as long as it holds 95.80s.
It's got nice wicks on the 10-minute as well. SPY's coming up to retest that previous intraday high. As long as this pre-market high holds, SPY calls are looking pretty decent. XLM's trying to push a new high. Microsoft's trying to. Apple can catch up to Microsoft. That'll definitely help out.
Oh, thank you, Dingo. Let me go get that fake Bueller out of chat real quick.
B has not moved too much yet. UNH is trying to break its pre-market high. Nvidia pushing higher, 237. $2 over the yesterday or the previous pre-market high. Really getting going on Nvidia.
The J Army's growing. Almost 30 minutes in. Yeah, we're 5 minutes away from first 30-minute candle. Yeah, Nvidia should go to 240. It's a pretty good psychological number. Good call out, Noxta. Like I said, guys, SPY is bullish as long as it's holding this blue area here. Can't really make it more simple than that. I am curious to see, though, if we can make it all the way to 403.50. This is already a good little pop. Can we actually make it to 403.50, though?
Alright. Meta coming up to its pre-market high. Google broke over pre-market low. Netflix not so much yet. So watch for Netflix potential buy the dip play as well. Nvidia still pushing higher, 238.
My Amazon mention's doing alright, just hasn't really left the train station. Like I said, if you are taking Amazon, keep your stop at 95.80. I do like this as long as it holds the previous day close. Tesla dipping. Continued weakness. Meta against the pre-market high to the cent. Microsoft's still on fire. Google made a decent recovery. Look how strong these zones are. This is the one I did for that video. Just still holding up so damn well. I need to add more to it though. There's not enough to the upside on it. Apple's still dealing with their resistance as well. Good eye, Noxta. Yeah, I was just looking at that too. Apple really not helping out so far.
Yeah, Microsoft definitely stronger than Apple. Meta rejected pre-market high. XOM pushing a little higher, see if you can get over 112 now. Got over that yesterday close.
Macy telling you to hit 150, Noxta. Remember y'all's conversation because you were like, oh, well, how about 149.99? Tesla touching yesterday's high, forming a new daily low. Good call out, Boo Boo. We had lowering volume on the dip, a pretty good rising volume breakout. Ever since then, we've had lowering volume. Weak pushes on both sides of the spectrum today. But bulls are in control. They are holding over the needed area. As long as they hold the 401s, should be seeing more upside. Keep eyes on Microsoft, guys, since Microsoft is one of the strong tech stocks moving up today. Once that pulls back, that will be seen on the SPY chart, just because it is one of the sole factors that SPY is holding up so well, besides NVIDIA, of course, and some of the semis. So be very careful on those.
Tesla breaking under yesterday high, see if that's going to hold.
Amazon pulling back more as well.
Yeah, still not really moving too much. Google's rejected pretty hard. Same with Meta. So like Josh just mentioned, it's pretty much Microsoft, XOM. Berkby's not really selling also, it's not hurting. And NVIDIA's still pushing up.
Watch the strong boys. Go, NVIDIA, go. Go, NVIDIA, go.
And NVIDIA just doing their own thing today.
For anybody interested, we do have some plays called out from Premium last night, or yesterday, not last night. They bought AMD at 75, and they bought some Crowd at 110. Right at open, they were already able to take some AMD at 320 and Crowd at 180. So pretty good gain so far on a couple of the trims from the Premium plays. Bueller, what do you think of Tesla right now? My dad just bought a call a month out just because he likes Tesla. I told him not to. I wish I had that relationship with my dad. That's pretty cool. Let's go to a year out. Look at the monthly real quick. Honestly, it's not really fair to say bullish or bearish right now, and this is the case for a lot of charts. You're seeing a lot of good consolidation here for Tesla, so they definitely have the power to move in either direction in a very big length, if that makes sense. This could easily see over 240s, but at the same time, this could easily see 160s again with where they're sitting. So, in my opinion, it's still 50-50, and it's mainly because you've built consolidation up here, and you haven't really shown any upside potential over 215s, and we haven't really broken anything significant like under the 190s, 189s. So really, whoever takes the cake on either side has that initial power move. So it's not really fair to say, oh, this is bearish or this is bullish, because it's not either. It's perfectly consolidating in between the range of 190 and 215s-ish area. So that's really what you need to look out for. I do like that they've made a rejection twice, but they've also made a support hold twice. So you have that playing on both sides as well. So they're in it initially, they're in a squeeze. A squeeze again, having converging highs and lows. So I'm kind of 50-50 on the Tesla chart right now, but I have been keeping an eye on them because this is the exact reason I like them, because they've built this consolidation. This right here makes people want to step away from the chart. Guess what? As soon as they do, this starts to break out because they stop paying attention. So it's really good to keep Tesla. It's really good to keep Tesla on watch. Amazon, by the way, pulling back under previous day close as I'm talking about its sister Tesla. But that's kind of my take on it, Logan.
Apple pulling back as well with the comms pulling back some more. Netflix never really got any buyers.
Plus, I mean, taking Tesla isn't really fair because right now everyone's worried about the market in general. You know, SPY, the different economic news coming out. Because right now we're in a point. I'm trying to speak in a sense that makes more sense on this. So like right now, we had inflation come out, data was coming out, and it was not bad, but it wasn't amazing. So we've seen that inflation is slowing, but at a very slow pace, not at the pace that we really need to see that's more efficient, right? So that's a big thing. And before, if you guys remember, the Fed got caught with their pants down because they were getting ahead of themselves, not being aggressive enough, and then the market came out with horrible data, and we had very ugly drops. That's when we went down to the 350s. And then more data started coming out, and you started to see it slow up. So right now what you're seeing is the Fed, and they were honest about this from the get-go. It's not like the Fed's been lying to us. They've been pretty open with what they're trying to do. But lately now they've been coming out saying, okay, well, now that inflation is slowing but not at the pace we want, we do want to potentially keep the door open for higher rates, but at the same time, we're not doing it to screw the stock market. We're doing it from a risk management point of view. So it's not really fair to go long or short on a lot of charts far out yet, just because we aren't quite sure what the Fed are going to do. So you're probably going to have a pretty stagnant market up until the next meeting in March, which is a little over 3 weeks from now. So that's kind of my take on it. It's not really fair to grab far out plays, in my opinion, from a risk management point of view, just because the Fed themselves are still gauging where the market is possibly going based on inflation and all the data that they're collecting right now. And they're not going to get caught with their pants down a second time. I promise you that. So that's my big take on them. Like me personally and a lot of guys in my chat, a lot of us have just been taking overnight swings and swings that are like over the course of a couple days. We have not been taking plays that are over the course of multiple weeks. Jack, these are nothing special. I'm just combining levels. It's just to make it easier for people on stream to see. I'm not doing that. If you're talking about the NVIDIA chart when I showed you the supply and demand, I do have a supply and demand video. Very strong pullback. I'm going to assume Microsoft has slowed down. They have. That was a big leader in today's market. Nvidia stopped. They haven't really necessarily slowed down yet. And AMD did not really help much. Google continued weakness. Microsoft finally slowing down, bringing down the tech weights. Meta pulling back. Tesla, very strong pullback. Let me go to the right chart again. Very, very good break under the 200.80s. Amazon breaking under that previous day close. They failed to get back above the 9, so that was a good indication that that buyers were weak. No push over the 9 EMA. Apple's still pulling back, so that and Microsoft both helping tech pull down, which is the strongest sector, by the way.
Berkby's also at the bottom side of its range. XOM's rejecting.
Good job, Sand Dollar. I mean, Logan, it might just be part of his risk. You know, he might have other money. I'm not quite sure of his situation, but he might have other money saved, you know, so he just is in a position in his head where he's not selling it unless it make or breaks. And that's a decent strat some people use when they're not using their entire, you know, money position, if that makes sense. You know, so if I have like $100,000 in my bank, right, and I go take a trade that's $1,000, it's not bad risk management to say, okay, well, I either let this go up and it makes me money, or I lose it all. Because you know that you still have another 99K in your bank. Which, again, I would not go into the sense of doing that on all your plays. But if he really does find a play like that, it's not really the worst thing. But I hope the best for your dad. That's pretty cool. He talks to you about trading and stuff. I'd try to find your own ideas and hit him with some neutral stuff. Therefore, he doesn't think you're biased on anything. What does everyone's parents or relatives or friends think about y'all trading? Poots, Lisa Poots.
Let's see. Apple's trying to hold pre-market low. XLM's trying to hold on top of pre-market high. Microsoft slowing down around opening price. Meta trying to hold pre-market low. Google trying to hold a higher intraday low.
Don't tell the parents, they won't understand. They tell me to go to collage. What a vague answer for them to tell you. Go to college. To do what? I don't know, go to college. Grandpa preaches real estate every time instead. Your grandpa's a very smart man. Y'all tell people about this? When Sinful tells people about trading, it's in a circle of other people. Hint, hint, wink, wink. They think I'm a gambler, but I've been living off this for approximately 3 years. Well, more power to you, Yoel. They used to say it's a scam. Stepdad thinks it's cool. Mom and sisters think it's some sort of pyramid scheme. My stepdad is the only one I discuss it with now. Well, that's pretty cool. Ah, Gary, more power to you. Think you're gambling. Mom is finally on board and my friends don't understand it. I'm grown, pay my own bills, and wipe my own ass. I do what I want regardless of other people's opinion. No, 100%. More power to you. I was just kind of curious on some of y'all's situations. Most are skeptical, 100%. I mean, to be fair, most people do fail, so it's not like that's a bad thing to think. Ah, Sabrina, that's awesome, having that moral support. Jazz. My mom thinks I'm nuts. Your mom is supportive. That's good. Well, you're not a loser, A-Leaf. I promise you that. Nox, are you singing the song? Is it the song you're singing? Nobody knows. That's most things in life, Chance. That's why it's always great to bring facts to the conversation. Therefore, you have no bias. My dad's all for it. My friend thinks it's gambling. I just hope I can be profitable before I get to high school and prove them wrong. Take your time, man. No need to rush. Hope you prove them wrong as well. My parents don't care. They just want to see me succeed. Well, those are good parents then. So that's what's important. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried hit with new criminal charges. $10 he gets out of it. I wouldn't say bullish, Braden. They are nice wicks to the bottom side at a good level, but they're not really taking anything over. They're just holding the 400.60s, which is a great level to try and hold. So as long as you're getting wicks there, you should be fine. But we did get a good break of the low of day just now, and we're getting more of a retest, if anything. So no, I would not say these are bullish necessarily until we see a retake of 401s again. But I'm really not surprised to see the price actually doing this after all the data coming out. What did I do before trading? I dropped out of school, went into plumbing, got my GED, got tired of plumbing, got into trading. And I was thankful enough to provide all of my ideas and strategies and my methods, which, again, I am not perfect in any way, shape, or form. But a lot of people ended up liking the methods I provide, how I explain them, and that it provided me a platform to make a Discord, make a YouTube, make all these other amazing things. We got a meme page on Instagram. I'm semi-active on Twitter now. So I've been blessed to have a audience that is nice enough to give me this platform.
Some buyers trying to step in and come up and retest this yesterday high, see if we're going to get back over it or we're going to reject.
Nope, plumbing was a full-time job when I was in it. I was just on my phone a lot. And every night when I would come home, because I never got off work at a decent time, it was always just check charts for at least 10, 20, 30 minutes. If I could get any amount of practice in to visualize the levels working or to visualize anything, that was my big thing, was just coming home and practicing. Even if it was literally just 30 minutes, it was worth it. So I could start seeing those moves a lot quicker, not hesitating, having the confidence to not just find a good play, but to enter the trade. Again, anybody could find a good play. Anybody could randomly click buy. But to do that with a system and to do that with confidence takes a lot of time and visualizing. Good job, Brady, posting your review. Regardless of it being a win or loss, it's always good to review. Sinful with the memes I see. But you're never really done learning. You don't just get to a point where you're starting to make some money and you're like, all right, I'm done. I don't have to try anymore. Like, no, you're going to still be trying your ass off regardless. And I think that's the coolest thing about the stock market. It's forever changing, so you have to be forever adjusting.
So far, rejecting off that yesterday high. Now bears need to come take it down to a new intraday low. Apple's moving a little bit lower.
Devin calling out the weights, by the way, for anybody who doesn't understand. Devin is calling, me and Devin like to call it the weights of the market, because you can use this to help you get better navigation on the SPY chart and across the stock market in general. So if we have tech, the heaviest sector in the market, flying through the floor, then we're most likely getting some red reaction on the overall market. And if any other sectors help out with that drop, then you're going to have a heavier drop. Yeah, Nvidia is still basing. Knocks a good eye. I wouldn't keep aiming for the moon on this one. They've already had a pretty impressive pre-market and a really good open market. They came down, held, got a good pop to the upside. Didn't quite make it to 240. But the fact that they're up here is pretty impressive. I mean, they wiped out all of this consolidation. So we just need to look for a continued hold of 230s, really. But I would not blame them if they felt like coming back down a little bit over the next few days. Even if it's just to hold support. Apple's in a very crucial area, guys. This is my break below. It's the previous day open. Previous day open is a very strong level for Apple. %, Mike, and that's the sad truth. SPY still rejecting 90 MA on the 5-minute. I didn't even go see what the first 30-minute candle looked like. Let's go check that.
Got a new 10-minute candle.
Is this a good retest entry for SPY Poots? I think so, but wondering if anyone agrees. It's not if it is or isn't, it's if it is as long as it holds blank. So you need to point that out. What level do you want to see maintain holding? Well, you've seen us open, you've seen us dip down to this area here, and then we got a good pop, right? So it looks like as long as they maintain under where we dipped right here at about 401, which is the level I've been kind of mentioning most of this morning, as long as they're under this, yes, it is a good retest. But if you see them pop over it, that should invalidate that potential setup. So it's not about if it's good for a retest or not, it's from where, boo-boo. So make sure you point that out as well, not just to me, but to yourself, really. You said I'd like to hold it below 80 MA in yesterday's high. Well, that's a good idea then. Because yes, that is a good retest. Is it still in pre-market range? Yes. So it's not really the greatest, but it is definitely retesting from a good area. Yeah, 400 really needs to break. It's a strong psychological area. And yeah, Apple touched under the previous day open for a second, but they're still holding candle close wise. Perfect timing for SPY too, because they're at their last line of defense, really. 100% boo-boo. That's just kind of my thinking. Inside of the range, outside of the range. Where at are you in that range? What level are you retesting from? Good thought process, though, Boo Boo. Thank you for putting that out in the open. Be sure to drop a thumbs up on the stream if you guys are appreciating some of the callouts by me and Davino here. That's actually his real name.
Just wait on a couple things to either break some key levels or catch support. Microsoft's holding up much better than Apple, while Apple's holding under a pre-market low. Microsoft's trying to retest pre-market high. So kind of indecision there. Meta's holding up much better than Google. Tesla's holding up much better than Amazon. Nvidia's still holding over pre-market high.
Yes, his true name is Davino. You heard it here first.
Good. All right.
Let's give a round of applause for Davino. The only individual I've been able to bring in here that I can personally trust and actually have accurate callouts that I don't have to worry about. I don't have to babysit him or anything. So let's give a shout out to Davino for always being in here, being active. It's not easy to show up every single day. Round of applause for my boy.
Dude, I'm blushing.
I don't even think you have blush. I don't even think you can do that.
A couple of these tickers like Apple that broke their pre-market lows pick back up, and Microsoft breaks out. SPY could come back over this yesterday high, and if not, we're looking for under this previous intraday low. Christian, believe it or not, I actually was really good at soccer when I played.
I didn't even know you played soccer.
Yeah, until 7th grade.
Oh my god, I can't picture you playing soccer now, though.
I actually played like for a private club league.
Damn.
We played like indoor and shit.
Man was hot on the feet.
That's why I was so fast. I had really good footwork.
Yeah, dude, Devin in soccer,
coming back up.
That'd be like watching an Abrams tank fly across the field. That's pretty trippy.
Yeah, Darren played a lot of soccer too. We played a lot of soccer.
It's a nerdy quadricep. Devin Twinkle Toes.
Max, if my high school actually knew how to play football and didn't just care about last names, yeah, absolutely, I could have ran a football because I had like a 4.640 and I weighed like 260. But that at my school that automatically qualified you to be a lineman. Like there's no negotiation. If you're over 220 pounds, you're a lineman. That's it.
Did you play striker? Or did you play goalie, or what'd you play?
I played midfield. I ran a lot, actually, for a big dude. I could put the ball pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, you would have been a pretty dangerous fullback or halfback.
Oh man, insane, bro.
Or a linebacker. Oh.
The funniest thing is there was a kid from Orville that was a lot like me that they did have him run the football, and the kid was like all state. He was 260 pounds, ran like a 4.5, and he just ran kids over. Just ran kids over.
God, getting mashed up by two Cox brothers on midfield, that would suck.
Even the kid that played quarterback on our team, like today, if you talk to him, he'll tell you like, "Yeah, I should have never been quarterback. It's just my dad was who my dad was."
My dad was the coach. That's how it was for
Well,
me in baseball. The kid who's the son of the coach, like, it's always a meme, but legit got to play pitcher. So I never got to be the starting pitcher.
yeah, this kid's dad was like one of the head dudes of Pepsi in the area. Like he was like the head, like who the headest of the head. You know what I mean? Like for
Yeah,
the area.
some dumb
Whoever.
shit to give him a better position. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Cox Brothers, that's his last name, Noxta. I wasn't being dirty. In that sentence. Ohio is built different. I can't even find it on a map, bro.
Our high school still can't have a good football team for the same reasons.
That sucks. Yeah, if you would have played here, we would have taken full advantage of you.
But yeah, I just stuck to wrestling. That's what I focused on.
And now you know what the ear gauge is. I swear. Alright, we're just still kind of range trading. We haven't really broken anything significant. We had a pretty good pop to the upside. That was a nice move, but didn't really get much distance on it. Instant pullback down to the 400.60 level, and now we're seeing a little bit of a buyer relief. Nothing really super strong yet. We got some nice wicks to the downside on multiple candles in a row now. It's just, can we get that follow through? And yeah, Amazon on their last leg of defense too. If they crack 95 and 94.90s, they are definitely heading lower. They really are Noxta. Even Devin's dog is a legit tank. Scaredy cat, but he's a tank.
XOM's making a new high day. Tesla trying to come up some more. So is Meta. S5's bad on this yesterday high.
Nvidia actually looks like it wants to go to 240. Dude, Netflix, what's going on today, man? It has to be that cut subscription price news. There is nothing else that would have brought that down on today. What I'm curious is what 30 countries. It looks like it's cutting across Middle Eastern countries, Yemen, Jordan, Libya, Iran, sub-Saharan African markets including Kenya, European countries such as Croatia, Slovenia, and Bulgaria, Latin America. I mean, they really went all across the world on this one. So they raise it on us, raise it on the United States, but cut it on everyone else. It definitely goes against the recent trends, not just for Netflix, but for the broader streaming industry. Some of these cuts on observation
rejecting off that yesterday high.
See, that's what threw me off guard too, is this part. Because I remember this pretty well. And Netflix executives on their earnings call, they were talking about raising prices, not lowering. Companies looking for a place where they can afford to raise prices, which feeds continued content investments. Mr. Peters is on one. See, this could be the better reason. Getting a better opportunity in markets they're not so deep into yet. That would be a good idea. So there's some good and bad in this article, but I would say mostly bad. Because that's you got to think from an investor's point of view. Instantly, that makes you think, oh, so they're going to be making less money. That's the first thing that goes into your head. But in the long run, it might not be a bad thing. We'll see, though. I will give Netflix this. At least they're being open about it. Most companies will just kind of sideswipe you. Unpopular may cause people to cancel their... Yeah, you probably will. Though it hopes to win them back with hit content, which probably will suck them back in. We've seen that time and time again. Particularly when it faced a competition or wanted to add users faster. For example, it cut the price of subscriptions in India in 2021 after initially targeting more affluent users. And they have been actually getting a bigger market share in India because of that. So that's no cap. Very interesting, though.
That's a nice little retest of low day, bouncing right back up. With a retest and break, my bad, but bouncing right back to retest that previous low day. Amazon bouncing off of yesterday low. Meta bouncing off pre-market low still. Microsoft bouncing right off that yesterday high still, making a nice little range here.
Very good jazz on your mental trade. I love that. Nice volume on this wick on the SPY 5-minute candle. Now, whoever asked that earlier, I think it was Boo Boo or somebody, that would be bullish. Got a very long wick, a big fight, and a big amount of volume stepping in. That would be bullish. What you want to see now is the follow through, which we haven't really gotten on either side yet.
Buy back bad on it yesterday high. See if we can get back over this and confirm. Medic's bouncing off pre-market low again. Apple coming back up towards pre-market low. Microsoft pre-market high. XOM still holding up. Burke B getting some buyers. See if we can take out some of these levels, and we're going to come back right down and test. Bostic speaks at 15.
Bostic will boost the poots. We'll see. Very impressive candle, though, in that 5-minute. That was very impressive. Dropping all the way to 400, testing it, wicking all the way back up. Almost pretty much holding 401. That's almost a dollar wick right there. With pretty good volume. It isn't the most or even the second most, but it's a really good amount of volume. Bears are going to need a lot of volume to break through this support. So I'm seeing a similar wick on a lot of discretionary comms and tech tickers. So everything's moving together right now. Like I said, just need to get some follow through. As you guys have seen, all we've done is really dip. We had one decent breakout to the upside. We had an almost good breakout to the downside. And really haven't gotten much follow through on either side. It's called the FU candle. The
candle.
You saying it like that almost made it sound like you said the word. The candle. God, dog. What was it, like 2 weeks ago? Somebody said foe and then king. Foe king. Which actually, that's pretty crazy. I watched a video yesterday. YouTube policies have been changing. For America, you can't say the C word. It rhymes with bunt. I'm not going to say the word. And then in, like, I think it's like 20 plus countries, you can't say normal cuss words anymore, or they demonetize you and shadow your videos more. So even if you aren't a monetized channel, it hurts you. I thought that was very interesting. Can't even cuss anymore these days.
It said no more potty mouths.
But that's interesting too, because a lot of that's happening right as the new CEO of YouTube is stepping up. And if y'all don't know, the previous CEO, I forgot her name, it's like Susan something. She pretty much ran YouTube into the ground from her start to finish. There were some good things that came out on YouTube, but there were a lot more bad things. And now the guy who's stepping in is a huge, adamant guy about crypto, NFTs. So a lot of people are joking right now, thinking that YouTube's going to add a whole NFT sector to their platform, which I think would personally be horrible for the platform, because this is just not the place for that. But we'll see. I personally think that's going to hurt the platform.
I mean, I could see like some of the popular, like, you know, that popular like Halo cartoon that people started on there.
Yeah, red versus blue.
Yeah, what if you could get like original NFTs for like red versus blue that they like released or something? I could see something like that.
Yeah, I guess it really is how they integrate it. Really is
like, what if we could drop some like like Bueller Bot NFTs for like 10,000 subscribers or something? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
you could definitely do it. But you could definitely make it super gay too.
Yeah, I just don't think YouTube's going to make it a way that all of us would think is decent. I also just don't think that YouTube is a place for NFTs. I mean, YouTube is a content creator platform. This is for making videos, watching videos.
Or how, like, you could do that with Twitch, you know what I mean? Like, put that for
like emojis and stuff, yeah. Or just anything, really, reactions. When you donate, bam, an NFT pops up.
You're the only one with that emoji. You could like sell emojis. That'd be crazy.
All right, chill, Devin. You're giving them good ideas. Gotta love to bunt. If you don't give a damn, I don't give a foe. Pretty low volume still. Price pulling back down though. Nonetheless, I'm gonna assume a bunch of weights are pulling down. Yeah, Apple's still losing support. Amazon looks like she's losing support of yesterday's open. Tesla's rejecting 200.80s. Meta possibly trying to break 171s. We'll see if they end up doing that or not. Microsoft rejected 256s, which is a level they had control of at the beginning of the day. Google at their previous day lows. AMD kind of curling up. Nvidia still holding up fairly well. And Netflix finally seeing some buyers show up after the crazy amount of selling from 330s to almost 316. They hit 317.50. SPY still pulling back. Bueller's Water NFT. Bueller's Loud Keyboard NFT. Machine Gun Typing NFT.
Right.
See, if I make the joke, y'all can't make the joke now. I beat y'all to it. Exactly, no follow through on that insane wick. We've had zero follow through on any move so far today. A 50-cent short-lived rally above 401.70s. Now, from 401, they made a pretty good push, a little over $1, but that still isn't anything amazing.
Like how much Tesla's held up over Amazon, but if Tesla starts leaking, that could help bring SPY down. Same situation for Apple versus Microsoft. Nerdy bicep NFT. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on NFTs. I feel like as we move more into the wave of nobody leaves the house, it's a way to flex on people. It's a status symbol. So instead of being able to buy a Rolex, you buy this NFT to flex on people as a Twitter profile. I get both sides.
Y'all already know my opinion on crypto and NFT. I'm also not one to destroy other people's opinions. I love hearing opposite sides of the spectrum. I'd buy a Nerdy Bicep NFT. That'd probably be the only NFT I'd own.
Yeah. I see both sides of NFTs and crypto, but like I got, you know what I mean? Like I got a little bit in crypto just because if I would have put a little bit in crypto the first time, I'd thought about putting a little bit of crypto and it would have worked out. So even if it's not here 20 years from now, I still think there's money to be made in the pops and the drops to take advantage of a trading vehicle, as you would put it.
I swear, Noxta. If I find you. Workshop number 11 NFT.
Like every time you complete a quiz, you get an NFT. Congratulations! Here's your Workshop 11 NFT.
We had rising volume on that drop. No new low of day yet. Looks like they're going to test it now as I'm saying that. And there it goes. Yep. I just had to open my big mouth. Has anybody been playing the list? The only few that I've seen work off the list so far, and I've been updating as best as I can inside of my Discord channel. We have these like alerts that come out that Leland sets for me. Apple breaking below, blah, blah, blah. Tesla, Amazon. Tries to set the best 3 or 4 every day. But Apple, the break below that we set was 148.80s. They just now broke that, but they had a pretty good break of the 149.15. Really good retest. A continuation down, retest of the halfway point, and a continuation down. Tesla was the mean one, though. Tesla had a really solid break of 200s. Sold off to about 199, which is the first target. We got a good retest, and they're pulling away from that as well. Like Devin just stated, if they continue to make lows, the more weak Amazon discretionary ticker can pull down more, and this in turn can hurt SPY more. It also alerted below 95.80 on Amazon, which is also from the list. Below 95.80s right here. And you can see they broke it. Didn't really get much of a retest. If you go from that level to the kind of low of this candle here before they slowed down, because this is the true first slowdown, is this green candle. You can see they did reject the golden pocket and the halfway point. So pretty good short-term retest hit on Amazon as well, and they have continued lower. So the list itself has done all right. Coin in range, nothing crazy there. I still like that range a lot, though, so we're going to definitely keep Coin on watch over the next couple days. And then Meta had a good move, but it looks like they're still within their wider range. They broke 172.70s, retested the top of their pre-market high, and then came back down. It looks like they're fighting the 171s now.
Buy coming down, bringing through pre-market low here. See if we're going to hold under this in 400, coming down a little bit more. Apple, Amazon breaking, Microsoft finally breaking yesterday high, Meta moving lower, Google moving lower, Berkby moving down, pretty universal. See if NVIDIA loses pre-market high. That could be decent for shorts potentially.
Good job, Mel and SPX. Possible, Alexis. We do see tech getting a little weaker as the day goes on.
Increasing volume coming in on the shorter term time frame on this break of these pre-market low, getting a new candle in 2 minutes on the 10-minute. Chance for a wick up here, so be careful. So we'll just see if we're going to confirm under here, but right now we're getting a nice push down.
Good job, Boo Boo. Small gains, but I still like your thinking.
Microsoft's starting to come down a little bit more, so is Tesla. See if those are going to pick up the volume as well.
Huge drop, dude. Very aggressive.
Yeah, nice pullback on the spot here.
There's that volume everybody was looking for. That's more than when that wick up happened. 40 seconds left on that candle.
Good spot to start taking a little bit of profits off if you did short this of the break of pre-market low. Did have a nice little move here. Getting very close towards that yesterday close.
Good job, Sherman. 10%. Good job, Jacob Joyner. Nice name. Finally got some follow through on something, but it's funny because if you zoom out, we're still above previous day close. So even though we have a pretty large pullback, we haven't really broken much. We just kind of pushed through yesterday's open, the pre-market range. We made it down to the lower half of previous day. Still, though, very impressive pullback so far.
Berkby had a really nasty candle on that one. After being in that tight range all day. See if we're going to continue through that yesterday low on that one. Help bring spot down some more.
When did you say Bostic speaks? I didn't remember.
I think he said 15 minutes. A good amount of minutes ago, and it equaled 11.
Okay, so like 9 minutes now.
Yeah. Or now.
Oh no, yeah, it's now 9:50. You're right.
No.
It's happening right now. If he says anything about 50 points, probably pulling back down. Does anybody remember when I brought up the rate hike tool? Google already knew what I wanted to search. Now, when I first talked about this, this was at 90%. It was like 91%. The other day, it went down to like 80-something%. Now it's at 76%. So slowly, the market is pricing in the possibility of the half-point hike, the bigger, more aggressive rate hike, which, again, they haven't said they are going to do. They just said they aren't shutting the door on it. So keep that in mind. Good job, Mel. Beautiful job, man. Always happy to see you catch those gains, and with reasoning, too. Good job, Alexis. Huge percent gain. Amazing job. Be sure to not be greedy and continue to double dip. Great job on your trade. Be sure to post that trade review, which I'm seeing a lot more of you do now, so that's great. Morente catching some futures trades. Nice. Ooh, good job on your review already, Mel. Thank you for posting that so quickly.
But it is still hold up really strong through that pullback. If that, excuse me, if that can hold up over, 230 all day today and close, I think could try to keep going tomorrow if the market lets it. If it doesn't have something crazy happen. Potential 3-bar play to the downside on the 5-minute here on SPY. Keep an eye out for that. Spot coming down to test that previous intraday low here. Looking off of it. Microsoft coming down a little bit more. Same with Meta. Tesla holding up a little bit better. Apple's starting to get a little bit of buyers. NVIDIA testing pre-market high, trying to break down through it, see if we can get through opening price after that. Amazon having some nice buyers coming up to retest yesterday low.
398.50s is key for more downside on SPY. You may also see a retest of 400 from here if we do not pull back more. Square reports earnings today after close. Wall Street is expecting numbers of 30 cents on the dollar, up 11.1% over the year. I like how they say year over year when most people are focused on the month over month or quarter over quarter numbers right now. A lot of the short term numbers are a little more important right now. Good job, Mel.
Microsoft still coming down some more. Still above pre-market low. See if that's going to take that out. That won't be great for the market. Tesla hasn't came down much more either, so we're still waiting for that to come down some more. Amazon's still coming back up to retest that yesterday low.
Apple is fighting a higher low as well from previous day. Tesla looks like it wants to fall more. Poor Netflix. I'd say the candle that really did it was this one. Didn't have a rise in volume, so it masked it perfectly. But it broke under the 9 EMA, broke under the high of day, broke under the day's open. You can see where they pulled back after they dropped and hit this 400.60s. Where they pulled back up to was about that candle. Couldn't get back over it, and then pulled all the way back down. It's a very, very nice key candle right there.
SPY coming up to retest the pre-market low.
I like what you said though, Chance. Very clean. Get everybody working so well together in the YouTube chat. I'm not even having to say anything. You guys are just working together. That's what I'm talking about. Because we don't raise leaders, or we do. Almost said that backwards. We don't raise traders in here. We raise leaders. We don't raise leaders. We raise sheep in here. Almost said that wrong. Like Mike said, let's see if bears can maintain control.
The 9 is starting to line up with the pre-market low, so that's definitely looking like a good little retest area.
See you later, Brady. Thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you have a great rest of your day. The sheep emoji, Jesus. Fight. Energy leading that can't be good. Yeah, they are the strongest sector on the day. They're the only sector over 1%. Tech is second closest. Then you got industrials, then you got healthcare, then you got utilities.
SPY new low, my bad.
You're good. I was just going through this sector saying what's in order. Then you got staples, financials, then base, then comms, and then discretionary. Discretionary, comms, and base are the 3 weakest. Of course, they don't have XLRE up there. I took that off, but I'm sure that's somewhere.
Nvidia is starting to break down under that pre-market high. See if that holds under there. That's helping Nvidia. It was a good job, Zaytoven. Weak new low on SPY though. Already wicking. Don't like to see it. Got about a little over 2 minutes on this next 10-minute candle. Really like to see more push of a new low here. Otherwise, we're probably going to come up and retest something. All right, starting to come down some more, looking a little bit better. See if we get through this yesterday close here. Get that new 10-minute candle.
I use the levels to help me, Alexis. Whether I see a, like, let's say I see a break of 400.60s, like right here. Like on this candle, let's say, just for a good example. Let's say I enter a 40% entry there, right? What's my stop loss going to be? It's most likely going to be between the base of the recent move we just broke under and that level, which that's a horrible rectangle. Let's try that again. Okay. It'd be between here. This is where I'd be like, all right, if I see price retake this in any way, shape, or form and close over, I'm out. I'm not holding any longer. Wicks do not get me out of trades. I always wait for candle close. In this example, as this broke under, let's say you were like, oh, I like this for an inside of the range initial entry. You know, what is your stop loss going to be? Well, mine's going to be about 400.70, 401.70, because it's the old high that price broke under. I use the levels to help me get everything I have. Targets, stop loss, entry, exit, everything. I don't really focus on the percentage of things. Euro close not helping at the moment. Breaking that 39.90 will send it to 39.80s on SPX. Pretty good volume in that new low day on SPY. What we're seeing now is it retested the support price just broke. 398.50 is being tested.
Well, I rejected off 399 here.
SPY trying for low of day again. See if we get the break of 398.50s. If so, we're most likely headed down to 397.50, 397.30s area. A little bit over $1, about $1 range. I use a mental. I think hard stops are a big problem because then people start to second guess why they're even setting it where they set it. A mental stop loss you should instantly control, but it's all discipline really. Hard stop is really good for people who have no discipline and have a good idea of where they should stop out at. Vice versa for the mental. You need to have good discipline and good awareness of where you're at.
I did not put a new lower high or new low day in there. Now it's trying to bounce up a little bit. Slowing down here. Apple's kind of coming off some support, getting a little bit of buyers. Same with Microsoft holding pre-market low. Tesla getting a little bit of buyers, never sold off too much. Same with Nvidia trying to hold around opening price. Could be seeing the market slow down here.
Wow. Check out the trade floor, Devin.
Trade floor trade results.
Trade floor. The latest announcement by the news.
Yeesh.
Of course, it's all in the ones that you and me don't look at, but it's still kind of cool. Rising volume, new low of day on SPY now. Can they hold the low of day and get that follow through? So far they're holding. Can they get the follow through? They are fighting it. Buyers do not show up. We have no other reason to just keep selling off towards 397.30s unless buyers step in. Sellers have every bit of control here still.
Microsoft starting to lose pre-market low. Tesla trying to drift down a little bit more. Same with Google. B drifting a little bit lower.
See you later Friday. Be safe on your trip. Almost $2 down since the break of 400. Slowly losing the mid part of this range here, though. The common ground that we talked about this morning. Last trade done here. Target was 398, but 9 cents off won't kill me. Just 8% since I'm in and out of the base drop. Hey, nice job, Sherman, stacking up those small base hits. That's how you get RBIs, man. Good job, Mel. 22% on SPX. Beautiful work. You are literally destroying that ticker. And now we are $2 down from 400. They just hit 398 flat. Hi, I meant to ask before. I'm basically deaf and rely on closed captions. Is Devin saying Burt? He's saying Burke B. BRK/B. Berkshire Hathaway. He's calling that out because they are a very important financial ticker. Burke B.
I guess closed captions do work for our stream.
Yeah, I figured they did. I've never even tried clicking on them. Count growing like we missed. Jesus, Mel. Closed capture is not even close. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, if there's any other words like that, yeah, just ask, and I'll even try to say them more clear. Maybe even just say the whole word if there is a couple people in here that would help out.
Burt's Bees.
Meta kind of bouncing off 170 yesterday low. Tesla getting a little bit of buyers.
It was obvious I was wrong. I don't see anyone trading options on Chapstick. I thought we were supposed to do burpees every time Devin said I'm trying to get big. Some up downs.
Get your blood moving.
New low of day again. We're just slowly making new lows. Amazon squeezing for another move soon. Tesla rejecting 197.90s. Even with Nvidia's pullback, they have literally not lost anything. They've just broke today's open. That's it. Netflix having a really rough day. Whew, Baba. Back to reality. Snap back to reality. Yo, there goes gravity. Yo. Good job, GC. Love to see it, man. Leland, I was just looking at your gains, man. You had a pretty insane day. He had 458% on SPX puts. Mel. I thought I did good. Then I saw this guy. It looks like SPY is going to either need to continue down lower to these levels here, or we're going to see them slowly consolidate and pick back up and potentially go touch previous day close again. If they reject this, there's a chance you stay down in this lower range. If they retake this, there's a good chance they want to pop back up to higher levels. On the bigger time frame, on the bigger time frame, we had a good higher open that had a very good chance of going and retesting the 9 EMA as well as 404, 405, 407's area. We did not get that push. We ended up getting a rejection after the failed breakout and a position going all the way back down towards yesterday's lows. So we're going to be watching to see the rest of the day if can we get out of this range again of 396.30s to 430s, or are we going to pop out of them on one side before the end of the day. So keep that on watch. But I'm going to end the stream there, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, guys, we have a full day stream tomorrow from open to close. We will be live the entire day. Again, that is not 24 hours. That is from market open to market close. Hope you guys get to tune in tomorrow. We have a lot of awesome speakers, including myself, Devin, and a few of my moderators from the chat. A lot of really good guys, a lot of really good traders. So I can't wait to have that tomorrow. We'll be sure to do our normal updates as usual. Then we'll go over some charting. From bigger to smaller time frame. We'll go over some swings, some day trades. We'll cover all kinds of stuff, but I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. It's going to be a great day, regardless of what the market gives us. Hopefully the updates helped you guys out today, or at least gave you some awareness. But yeah, we'll see you guys later on. Have a great rest of your day. Feel free to join the Discord if you want to get more updates, more info, engage with the community as a whole. Everybody's always happy to work with each other. Again, that's the link in the bio. And I'll see you guys later on. Have a great rest of your day.